should be good. It's generated a lot of discussion here off camera. Blake Griffin, rising young superstar, really, I think, hands down Rookie of the Year pick. Sorry, John Wall. Like President Obama, Tiger Woods, Derek Jeter, he's a product of a mixed marriage. How do you, Skip Bayless, view Blake Griffin?
For 7 years on this show, for 5 years with Rob Parker, we have debated why there are so few American-bred white players in the NBA. There are 0 white American-bred stars. Right?
You're right.
Okay.
It'd be hard to find one.
European
Just
stars.
to point out, we got the Dirks and the Manus.
Steve Nash was close.
Canadian.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. So here comes Blake Griffin, whose mother I went to high school with. Tall, red-headed, white. And for the last month or so, as I watch his NBA rise, I sit back and I think, why shouldn't I, as a white person, be able to take some pride in Blake Griffin's rise? Because he did come from a white mom. Not that I know her or don't know her, that doesn't matter, but just it's a new, we're seeing this more and more in sports, the mixed marriage products. They're everywhere. And you guys know, I'd be an NBA nut if it were all black or all gray. You know me, I'm just a nut.
Right.
But because the white players are such a tiny minority now, that, yeah, I'll be the first to admit here on national TV, yeah, I do. I take a little pride because he came from a white mother. Am I wrong for that?
No, you're not wrong, but I guess my question would be to you, and I think it still comes down to how people see you. Not how you feel about you or how you might say, well, I'm 50% white, I'm 50% black, but how people view you. And I'm going to give you a story. I talked to Derek Jeter years ago. I wrote this column for Newsday. And Derek Jeter, same thing. Mom is white, dad's black. And he had just signed with the Yankees, and he was in Kalamazoo, Michigan, and had a brand new car, and he comes out of a restaurant, and 3 white guys come out, and they call him the N-word and say, take your car home or whatever.
Okay, fine.
So Derek Jeter at that point, I don't know if he had a choice, Skip, to say I'm this or that. The choice was kind of made for him. Would you?
Well,
totally.
by those 3 idiots.
By those, but still, once you're called that, do you really look at yourself and say, hey, I'm a white guy? It's
should
hard.
he denounce his mother's heritage?
Not denounce it, but it's how people see you, Jay. That's
okay,
what.
but how would the black community view Blake Griffin? Isn't there the theory of one drop and you're
absolutely,
black? Okay.
Absolutely,
right.
and I think the black community, if you have black features or you have any part black, you are in a situation where people look at you and think you're black. Barack Obama is the first African-American president, not mixed, not half white, not half black. He is the no ifs, ands, or buts.
Okay, and I completely, utterly appreciate the overwhelming pride that the black community took in Barack Obama's election, even though he did come out of a white mom. But clearly, we'd never had an African-American president.
Right.
So that's the way I'm going to view that one.
Right.
But now flip it around, and on the little level of the NBA, there are no white players. So for me, the whites are the minority now, and so it's just natural for me to say, well, gosh, I wish I could root for just one white guy.
It's interesting that you put it that way. Yeah, because it is the exact flip from politics.
What about Jason Kidd, right?
Darren Williams.
Darren Williams. We can go. There's a list.
Tony Parker.
Tony Parker.
These are all white
French.
mothers. And I must point out that in some cultures, like in the Jewish culture, if the mom is white, you're Jewish. Okay, so like the mom differentiates.
Right.
You know, that the mom's the deciding factor. And I'm not saying that has to apply here, but again, I keep saying, am I wrong to, you know,
no,
am I out of bounds?
But Skip, you're different. I don't think most white guys sitting at home look at Blake Griffin and go, that's our guy.
Because see,
that's our guy.
See, I feel like I'm being unracist to say, Yeah, I appreciate the fact he's got black blood. I don't like disqualifying because he has black blood. I'm saying he's mixed, but I take some pride in that, right? I mean, come on.
You can, and I understand where you're coming from on that.
And yet, Rob, the other day when we talked about Joseph Bramlett being the first African-American golfer post-Tiger, and you said he's a white-looking guy.
I looked at the picture. Did you see him?
Yeah.
Because he looks like a white guy because his mom's white. And so you disqualified him.
So he's not black.
Yeah. You don't want to claim him.
Tiger Woods is.
Okay.
Right, Tiger, because I think it has a lot to do with skin color and hair texture. I just, the way people see you. If Barack Obama looked like that guy, the golfer, I think people would think differently. I do.
Okay.